This episode is for everyone who is struggling to gain weight. This episode is for the people who haven't gained weight despite the pandemic has happened. Okay, the pandemic was the most sedentary phase for mankind so far. And if you have still not gained weight, then you need to watch this episode till the end. Because in this episode, I'm going to give you a simplest 3-step framework that will help you to gain weight in the best and fastest possible way. Without further ado, Vinay Suryanshi here, lecturer of exercise science at National Strength and Conditioning Association India, a body transformation and a performance coach, here to help you with all the necessary tools, knowledge and frameworks to make your transformation journey easier, faster and enjoyable. So, getting into the topic, my friend, weight gain is actually difficult for some people. And that's actually true. There was a research that had participants ate 1000 extra calories over their maintenance calories. And by the end of the research, the researchers found that not every person, not every individual gained equal amount of weight. If everyone was fed equal amount of calories in surplus, then everyone should gain equal amount of weight by the end of the study. But that did not happen. There were people who gained significantly very less amount of weight. There were people who gained significantly higher amount of weight. And this is called as bio-individuality, my friend. Every individual is different. There are genetic factors, hormonal factors, psychological, physiological factors that play a role in helping you to gain weight or lose weight. But you know what's important at the end of the day? You have to stay in a calorie surplus for a consistent period of time so that we would be successful in gaining weight. Now, we all have seen one person in our group who could eat anything and everything in no matter what quantity but does not gain weight, is skinny, stays skinny all his life, no matter what he eats, no matter how much he eats. Okay, and we also have a friend in our group, my friend, who tries a lot, who tries to restrict his diet, who tries to eat very less, but still struggles to lose fat. We all have seen these people in our life. Okay, and that is also a thing, my friend. Okay, we all are different individuals, and eating in excess will not give similar results to everyone. Okay, and gaining weight is actually difficult for some people. I have been that some people. I have been skinny for majority of my childhood. I have struggled to gain weight. I was in my 45 47 weight range till my 11th 12th standard, and that has been my life. If you would have seen me when I was in my school, when I was in my college, I was the skinniest kid that you could look out for. But then I understood a lot of these concepts. I tried different things and found better ways of doing stuff. Got 8 different international certifications, tried, made mistakes, learned from those, and today I know what works for my body, how much I need to eat, what I need to eat, how frequently I need to eat. And that's what, my friend, that's what I'm here to share with you. I'm here to share with you everything that I have learned, every mistake that I have made, everything that has worked for me as well as my clients in their weight gain and their transformation journeys is all that I'm going to share with you today. Okay, so yes, weight gain is difficult for some people. We need to accept that fact first and foremost. Okay, but even if it is difficult, it is not impossible, my friend. It is not impossible. I have gained weight. A lot of my clients have gained weight, and it is not impossible if you do it right. If you don't do it right, again, it would be difficult and you would think that it is not possible. But if you start finding better ways, if you know the right ways, if you do it the right way, it is very much possible and you could gain weight. Okay, so getting into the step 1 of our 3-step framework is, first thing we need to understand is that if you are struggling to gain weight, knowingly or unknowingly, you are eating less calories. Okay, and how will you understand how many calories you are eating, or whether you are eating less, whether you are eating more? Number one thing is, we need to start tracking. We need to have some objective data, because for some people, eating 2 chapatis is like, I have ate a lot and that's it, now I'm done and this is too much. For some people, eating 2 chapatis is just a warm up. For them, eating 4 and 5 chapatis is normal. Okay, so what is the right quantity for you? How will you understand that? Is by tracking. When you start tracking stuff, when you have an objective data that you ate more, you ate less is not the right parameter. You ate two chapatis, you ate 100 grams of chicken, you ate two eggs, two omelets, two apples, two bananas, whatever it is. We need to have that objective data. And once we start tracking things, the things will become a lot easier. Because what happens is, whenever we say that I eat a lot, still I am not gaining weight and things like that, you eat a lot on some specific meals and then you don't eat anything for the rest of the day. Okay, this happens. Either you don't eat food that frequently, or either you don't eat food in that big of a quantity. A combination of these two can also be there. Okay, so by a combination of all of these, plus third thing is that you might do a lot of stuff in your life. You are too active throughout the day, you're using your brain a lot, you're using your body a lot, playing around, going with friends, playing football, basketball, doing stuff throughout the day. So you are also spending a lot of energy. If you're also spending a lot of energy, meal frequency is less, quantity is less, there are chances that you would create a calorie maintenance and you might not gain weight. Okay, so having an objective data of all of these things is the number one thing that would be a game changer for us. Okay, and here what also is very very important is to be aware about these things. Tracking just is important and plays a most important role in making us aware, because awareness precedes change. If we don't know what we are doing, we might never be able to find out that whether we are going in the right direction or we are not. Okay, so we always have to be aware, we always have to have an objective data of what things we are doing and how is it going to help us. Whether or not we are doing enough things, whether or not we are doing the enough things consistently or not, is very very important, my friend. Okay, so now once we have an objective data, once we start tracking things, once we start being aware, now we can make changes. Now is the time when you will understand where the loopholes are, where is the problem actually, what are the things that you could actually change, what are the things that you actually need to change. Now we will talk about the solutions. Okay, so solution number one, or the step number one of the three-step framework, is nutrition. Okay, nutrition will be the biggest cornerstone here. Nutrition will move the needle a lot. Okay, now when we talk about nutrition, I know it is difficult to eat a lot of food. For people who are skinny, for people who are struggling to gain weight, I know it is difficult to eat a lot of food. So how do we solve that problem? Now, the goal here is to consume more calories. Okay, but we don't have to eat like a elephant to gain weight, my friend. We don't have to do it like that. Here I am going to explain you step by step what all things we have to do. Okay, even though we have to eat more calories, but we don't have to eat like an elephant. We don't have to eat the whole cooker of rice. We don't have to eat 8 10 chapatis and things like that. Okay, we just have to eat slightly more than the calories that we are burning, or the food that we are eating so far. The food that we are eating so far and we are not gaining weight, that means that we are at a calorie maintenance. If we want to gain weight, we will just increase the calories a little bit, we'll again check whether we are gaining weight, then we are in a calorie surplus. If we are still not gaining weight, then it is still a calorie maintenance for us. Or we have increased the food intake, but the energy expenditure has also increased. With that, you have started being more active, you have started to use stairs, you have started to play and spend time with your friends and do extra activities throughout the day. That will also increase your energy expenditure, then we'll again have to increase. So that is why coaching is very very important, my friend. We always cannot judge or assess ourselves. That is why having a third person do the stuff for us, have an objective measure and just check on us from a third person perspective, is very very important. That is why coaching is hands down the best thing that you could ever do to get amazing results. Okay, so coming back onto the topic. Now, how do we eat more food or consume more calories when it is difficult for us to eat food? Okay, number one is we can increase the meal frequency. Increase the meal frequency, what do I mean by that? Now, we know that we are the people who can eat a lot of food but still we struggle to gain weight. But then again, what happens is we eat a lot of food, suppose in breakfast, then we just skip lunch because we are not actually hungry, so we do not eat anything for lunch. Then we feel hungry during the snack meal, then we eat something at the snack meal, and then again we are not hungry for dinner and we do not eat anything for dinner. So what that does is reduce the calorie intake overall. Okay, so increasing the frequency, what does that mean is add in a breakfast, add in a lunch, a snack meal, a dinner, and also something if you could still add pre-sleep, just like a milk, lukewarm milk with a tablespoon of ghee with a teaspoon of cinnamon, mix it, also add in a teaspoon of turmeric to it, mix it and drink it before you go to sleep, 30 minutes, 60 minutes before you go to sleep. Again, it will help us to add calories. Okay, so first point is to increase the meal frequency. Okay, number two is to increase the meal quantity. Okay, now quantity of the food. Now I have seen people, or I have been that people who was full with just one banana in breakfast, that's it. I was too full with just one banana in breakfast when I was just 45 kgs and I was struggling to gain weight. But today I could eat like 3 4 bananas as well, no problem with that. I could again eat a few eggs as well with that. I could still have a whey protein shake with that, and I will still be cool with that. Okay, but that is as of today. But back in time when I was struggling to gain weight, even one banana was good enough for me. But then here again we need to increase the food quantity. This is the second thing that we could do in nutrition. That is, once if the food frequency is good enough, we can start increasing the food quantity by a little. Okay, if one banana is good for you, just try to add in half a banana as well. Just try to add in one more banana. So you could increase meal frequency, or you could increase the quantity of your meals. That would help you to add in more calories throughout the day. Okay, number two is add in liquid calories. Now we all know it is difficult to eat food, so why just eat food? Just drink food. As simple as that, my friend. Make smoothies. Smoothies are hands down the best option for people who are struggling to gain weight. Smoothies could range from like 350 calories, even 500 calories. You could even drink 1000 calories from a smoothie. Okay, how to make a smoothie? Take a fruit, take a base liquid. It could be milk, it could be yogurt, it could be water, whatever it is. Have few more berries, fruits, add in dry fruits, add in mixed nuts, things like that. Add in peanut butter, add in a scoop of whey protein. That's it. Blend everything together and you have your smoothie there. Okay, the trick here is to add in foods that are calorie dense. Okay, which is our next point. Okay, so to make a smoothie, we don't have to have a lot of supplements, or we don't need to have a lot of fancy ingredients. Just take whole milk, buffalo milk, whole milk, full fat milk. Add in bananas, add in peanut butter, nuts, dry fruit, seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, sunflower seeds, whichever pumpkin seeds, whichever seeds you find. Add in dry fruits, almonds, cashews, pistachios, walnuts, whichever dry fruits and nuts you are good with. Add everything to it. Milk, bananas, berries. If you don't prefer bananas, add in mangoes, add in strawberries, add in whichever fruit you want. Mix everything together, drink it. That's it. That will give you a lot of calories. That will also not make you that full. If you were to eat all of these things separately, you would not be able to eat that. But if you are gonna blend it together and you're gonna drink it, it is gonna be a lot more convenient for you. It is also not gonna harm your digestive system. For some people it could, because they are not used to having that much of food in that little time and these many calories so quickly. But then again, you will get used to it. Smoothies are hands down the best option. You could consume 2 smoothies, 3 smoothies throughout the day and get a lot of calories in from the smoothies. Okay. The next point is add in calorie dense foods. Now, calorie dense foods there are foods that are higher in volume and lower in calories. There are also foods that are lower in volume and higher in calories. Now, one very easy example for this is watermelons, cucumbers, then lettuce, then we have got cabbage, all the fruits and the vegetables specifically. Okay, they are mostly water, a lot of fiber, and very little calories into that. Okay, one entire watermelon, around 2 kgs would give you just around 500 calories, my friend. This entire watermelon. Even if you eat the entire watermelon, you would not get more than or somewhere around 500 calories. Okay. But if we consider the same thing with walnuts, walnuts are very calorie dense. Very calorie dense. If we take just 5 walnuts, it would be around 200 calories, 250 calories. Now you could imagine the volume of 2 kgs of a watermelon and just 10 walnuts. And then you could compare it with the calories that we are getting from it. Okay, that is what. So walnut is a calorie dense food. Watermelon is a high volume and low calorie food. Okay, so if we have trouble with eating more food, then we need to stop eating a lot of food that is higher in volume, lower in calories, and start adding more foods that are lower in volume and higher in calories, so that even if we eat less, we could get more calories. Few more food substitutions here could be: replace your chicken breast with chicken thighs or chicken legs. Okay, chicken thighs, chicken legs are comparatively higher in fat, higher in calories as compared to chicken breast. Even if you will eat 200 grams of each, chicken breast will be lower in calories, chicken thighs will be higher in calories. Even if you just eat 200 grams, same quantity, same volume of food, you will get slightly extra calories from chicken leg or chicken thighs. That's a simple switch that we can make. Instead of eating a lot of soybean, a lot of lean protein sources, add in higher calorie density or higher fat protein sources. Like whole eggs is a good calorie dense example of protein rather than eating just egg whites. Eating whole fat paneer is a good high protein calorie dense option as compared to soybean. Soybean is low calorie density, high volume, high protein food, but if we add in paneer, we get extra calories here. Okay, so these are the food substitutions that we could always use. Nuts, seeds are fantastic when it comes to adding in extra calories in very little volume. Nut butters, peanut butters, almond butters, and all of the butters, even the real butter, the butter milk spread that we use on our breads and chapatis and things like that, butter, again calorie dense food. All the oils and the ghee and stuff like that, fats specifically are very calorie dense, my friend. 1 gram of fat will give you 9 calories, whereas 1 gram of protein and 1 gram of carbohydrate, both of these will just give you 4 and 4 calories. 1 gram of fat will give you 9 calories. So everything that is higher in fat will give you more calories. Nuts are a great source of fats. Nuts, seeds are a great source of fats. Then again, you could have any combination of nuts and seeds. It could be in a butter form, it could be chopped, you could eat it like that, you could add it to smoothies, you could have that as a snack meal, you can have that with whatever combinations you like. Okay, so these were the options that are calorie dense. So replace the food that you are already eating with calorie dense foods. Okay, then number 3 on the list is add in foods that are hyper palatable. Okay, hyper palatable food means, now if we eat bhakri, okay, bhakri is made from grains and bhakri is slightly difficult to digest, it is slightly heavier, it is higher in, because it is higher in fiber, higher in protein and things like that. So it is not that good for people who are again struggling to eat a lot more quantity. But if we eat white rice, white rice is very easy to overeat. White rice is easy to consume, easy to digest, lower in fiber, lower in protein. We can eat a lot of rice. Rice becomes a hyper palatable food. Hyper palatable foods are basically the foods that we could consume in higher quantities. Okay, so every food that you could consume in higher quantities are either very tasty, they are higher in fats, higher in sugars. Okay, then they are lower in protein, lower in fibers. Okay, these are the 3 most common characteristics of hyper palatable food. They are again processed, they are refined. That is the next characteristics of hyper palatable food. They look very delicious, they give us a great mouth feel, they smell very very tasty, and these are some characteristics of hyper palatable food. And this are the techniques that food manufacturing companies use while curating their foods, my friend. Manufactured foods are not the food that are growing on the trees, they are engineered food. Okay, all of these foods are very specifically engineered to solve a specific problem. They are engineered for their color, they are engineered for a specific taste, for the flavor that they live after you have done eating those, how the way they digest, and all of those things are taken into consideration. There has been years and years of research on making that specific product, and after that the product is launched in the market, just to make sure that you eat the product continuously and eat it in the quantities that would make profits for the company as well. Okay. So they just make you a fan of their products. The products are not designed to keep you healthy, they are designed to make you continuously binge eat on their products. Okay, so that's what, again, the people who are struggling to gain weight, they're struggling to eat more calories, adding in hyper palatable foods is an option. Okay, again, I would not recommend you to eat a lot of processed food, but sometimes if you are struggling to gain weight, if you are struggling to eat a lot of food, adding in a little bit of processed food would not be a big of a problem. Okay, last point is again add-ons that we can always have. Now the people who struggle to gain weight would go in a pizza chain, pizza restaurant, and just order a pizza. Okay, whereas the people who are struggling to lose fat, the people who are already very obese, very fat, what they would do is they would go in a pizza restaurant, they will order a pizza, they will order a coke, they will order what we could say, the chocolava cake, they will also order a fries, and these are the four things they will eat together. But the people who are skinny, the behavior, the psychology, the things, these are the things that makes a difference, my friends. Okay, they will go in a pizza restaurant, they will order a nice pizza, and they will just eat pizza and they'll come home, or rather they will eat one softie while coming home, or just a little combination of any of these. They would not be naturally eating a lot of food there. Okay, and if they eat a lot of food, the rest of the day they are going to compensate by not eating a lot of food, and that is what. Okay, so we, as a skinny person, whenever we go outside, whenever we are eating anything at home, whenever we are eating anything, there are always some add-ons that we could always have that would increase 150 to 50 calories during all of our meals. So these add-ons could be adding in extra ghee, adding in extra butter to our food, as simple as that. Adding in just 250 calories in your lunch is very easy by adding in extra tablespoons of ghee, extra tablespoons of butter in your meals. 250 calories in your lunch, in your dinner, is like 500 calories by the end of the day. If you are eating 500 extra calories by the end of the day, you would be eating 3500 calories by the end of a week. 3500 calories is somewhere equal to 1 pound of tissue or 1 pound of fat. Okay, 1 pound is somewhere around half a kg, 450 grams something. Okay, so if we just add in 250 extra calories from ghee or butter in the regular lunch or regular dinner what you're eating, you do not disturb anything in your meals, just add in 250 extra calories, add in 250 extra calories into your dinner. 500 calories by the end of the day, 3500 calories by the end of the week, you gain 1 pound approximately, my friend. These are all educated guesses. The body is not a robot that you charge it for 90%, it will work for 3 hours. It does not work like that. There is bio individuality that comes into picture, but just giving you a rough estimate, just taking an educated guess about what will happen. Okay, so 3500 calories by the end of the week, and you would be gaining 1 pound of weight. And if you consistently do this for 12 weeks, you would be gaining 12 pounds. If you do it for 24 weeks, which is around 6 months, you would be gaining 24 pounds. 24 pounds is somewhere around 11 kgs, 10 11 kgs somewhere. 10 11 kgs at the end of 6 months, just by making one small change in your lunch and your dinner, is just adding 250 extra calories from ghee or butter. Isn't that a very simple change? Isn't that the isn't that something that we cannot even think of? Yeah, how would this little thing make this big of a difference? But it could, my friend. It could for majority of people, it could not for some people, and it would make some people gain a lot of fat as well. Okay, just this simple change. That is why coaching, again, I am a very big fan, my friend. I have had a coach myself. I have had a business coach, business mentor myself, who has helped me to level up and things like that. Having a coach, having accountability, having a third person watching you and guiding you and helping you to figure out what were the loopholes, what are the things that we could get better at, is hands down the best option. Okay, there are these small and simple tricks that we could use or incorporate in our transformation journeys that could move the needle, that could help us become unrecognizable in very short amount of time. Okay, so this was the last point, that you could always have add-ons, and simple small add-ons in your meals could make a huge difference over a period of time. Okay, next point. Now this was all about nutrition. What we have to overall basically do is to add in more calories. How we could add in more calories were all the pointers that we discussed. Now moving on to the second step of our 3-step framework is training. Okay, training is again very important, my friend. Now majority of the times the people who are too skinny, they don't feel like eating, they are not hungry. Okay, now we have covered the part of the nutrition where we can eat more food, or we can consume more calories even by not eating that much food, by making simple small changes. But one of the factor here is also training. When you are training, when you are working out, when you are doing something that is helping you to burn calories, when your body will burn calories, then your body will also feel like eating more calories. Okay, when you are tired, when it will also help you to get your digestive system on track, help you with your digestion, excretion, and all of those things. That will also help you to get hungry, that will also help you to eat more food. That's why training, working out is very important. Now what is the best workout? Now, can we do Zumba, can we do yoga, HIIT? What should we do? Strength training, my friend. You could do all of these things as well, but nothing will work as good as strength training. And it doesn't mean that on the first day itself you have to go into the gym, load the bar with 100 kgs and start doing. Start with simple, basic, normal, easier exercises. Start with training 3 days a week. Although I would not recommend working out for 3 days a week. I would recommend you to work out for 6 days a week. Even if it is just 30 minutes of workout, train for 6 days a week. It is great for building habits. It is great for making you feel accountable for yourself. It is great to kickstart the domino effect. As we all know, there are bricks, like blocks. Basically, one block falls, the other one falls, the third one falls, and all of the blocks just go on falling. Okay, training could start that block. First thing in the morning, go and train. When you are hungry, when you are tired, you will eat better food. You will eat better food throughout the day. You will eat better food. You are tired at the end of the day, you will sleep well. You will sleep well again. If you are recovered the next morning, you will go and work out. You will work out, and the entire domino effect will repeat itself. So that's why I recommend everyone to work out for 6 days a week. Sunday could be a rest day, because again you have other priorities as well, and we have to manage all the other stuff. And just more workout does not mean more results. Okay, we also have to prioritize the recovery as much as working out. So 30 to 60 minutes of workout, 5 to 6 days a week, depending on your schedule, depending on your preferences and stuff like that. 5 to 6 days a week, minimum of 30 minutes, maximum of 60 minutes. 60 minutes is more than enough for a regular individual. If you are not into bodybuilding, you are not into sports, you are not into something where you get money from keeping yourself fit or keeping yourself in a specific shape or size, then 60 minutes is good enough, my friend. Having a workout plan that is planned before, you know what you have to do, you know how you have to do that, just going into the gym, executing it, getting out of the gym in 60 minutes is good. Okay, if you spend more than 90 minutes in the gym, my friend, you are not working optimally. Okay, either you are wasting a lot of time, either you are figuring things out after going to the gym. Oh, now I should do this. Oh, now I should do that. Oh, this machine is busy, now let's do this. Oh, my friend is making me do this. Oh, the trainer told me to do this. If you are doing all of these things, you will spend, I wouldn't say spend, you will waste a lot of time. Rather, have a proper plan, know everything what you have to do, watch all of the videos of what we have to do, how we have to do, and go into the gym, execute, get out of the gym, go home, rest, eat good food, spend time with family, do the things that also matters apart from the gym. Okay, 60 minutes, good enough. I work out for 60 minutes on the most time for the year. Now I am in a different phase of my transformation journey. I'm preparing for my photo shoot and things like that, so I'm spending even 2 hours in the gym. But understand that, my friend, it is my profession. Okay, I have to be in that position where you guys look up to me as someone that has done things by himself. Okay, and if I don't do it myself, I won't be that credible of a coach to guide you. Okay, I love to walk the talk. I love to live the life that I want you guys to live, so that I just become an inspiration for you all. I set an example for you all. And if I would do that, I would feel what it feels to do the things that I recommend to you before recommending it to you. Okay, so I want to go through the process myself, and I do that regularly. Everything that I tell you guys, I follow that before telling you guys. If that did not work for me, I will not tell that to you. If it worked for me, I would 100% tell it to you. Okay, so depending on the schedule, depending on the preferences, depending on the goals, 60 minutes is good enough time. 60 to maximum 75, 90 minutes is more than enough for 90% of the population. Okay, that's what strength training. Again, why strength training? Because we need to work out against resistance. At the end of the day, we don't have to gain a lot of fat, my friend. If we will not strength train, our body, our muscles will not get a stimulus, our body will not get a signal that we need muscle. And if we are eating in a calorie surplus, not strength training, the body will gain a lot of fat, and we don't want to gain a lot of fat. Because again, if you will gain 10 kgs and all of the 10 kgs will come from fat, then after gaining that 10 kgs, you will again have to start something and do things to lose that fat. That would be a double blow to you. Okay, so that is why add in strength training. Build muscle, build strength, build confidence, get that lean physique. Because without muscle, you are not gonna get that lean and that tone physique of like your favorite actor, like your favorite athlete, like your favorite fitness model and things like that. You are not gonna gain that if you are not gonna build muscle. Okay, muscle does not mean you build muscle like Arnold. 99% of people won't even become like an Arnold, even if no matter what they do. Okay, so just add in strength training. That is gonna get you stronger. Because at the end of the day, if you don't gain muscle and gain a lot of fat, it is gonna be a problem for you. Okay, so strength training is a must. How many days? 5 to 6 days. Start with simple easy movements that you feel comfortable with, that you could do, and then slowly you could always go to the next level, add in more complex stuff and things like that. But start strength training. Even if it is 30-minute session, it's good, no problem at all. Okay, something is always better than nothing. Okay, so even if it is a 30-minute session 3 days a week, good enough. Try to make it 6 days a week. 30 minutes is fine, 60 minutes is optimal. Okay, that was about the training part. Next one is about the miscellaneous factor. Miscellaneous, some lifestyle, some environment, and all of the factors that are not directly under nutrition or training, because these are the factors that would also matter. Number one is your environment. Okay, make food more visible and more accessible. Simple point, my friend, but a lot of people miss out on this. Okay, if we want to build a habit of drinking more water, the simplest option is to have a water bottle in front of you all the time. Have a water bottle on your desk whenever you're working is the simplest way to start drinking more water. If you see it more often, you will drink it more often. As simple as that. If you want to get into a habit of eating more food, have the food accessible. Just in your drawer, have something that would give you some nuts, have some foods that would help you to get in some calories. Have a protein bar there, have nuts in there. These are the options that you could always have inside your drawer, inside on your work desk and things like that. This will help you to add in more calories very simply. Okay, you don't have to going to kitchen, opening the refrigerator, getting the fruits, cutting the fruits, eating it, washing the plates, washing your hands. Big process. Okay, and all of these simple things could act as a resistance. Okay, so we need to remove all of the resistance and make it very easy for us, like having a bottle in front of us, having a protein bar in our desk, having some nuts in our desk. Removes all the resistance. Put the hand in the drawer, remove the protein bar, just remove the wrapper a little bit so that your hands don't get dirty. Eat it, work on your laptop, eat it, work on your laptop. That's it. After it is done, keep it on the side or have a dustbin as well. If you are that that kind of a lazy person, have a dustbin just besides your desk and put the wrapper there. You're done. You've got 250 calories just by not doing anything. Okay, that is what having, creating an environment that makes it easy, that makes it accessible, that makes the thing that you want to do more visible, is the thing that we need to do. Okay, then next one, sleep. Very, very important, my friend. If you are not sleeping enough, you will not recover enough. Okay, it's like our car. If our car is going on a 250-kilometer ride, what we do after that ride? We just shut the car down. How do we do the servicing of a car? We cannot service the car by keeping the engines on. We have to turn the engines off so that we could change the oil, we could change the lubricants, we could see whether there are any particles, anything stuck in the air filters and things like that. For that, we have to turn off the car. That's when the car could get serviced. Similarly, our body also needs servicing, and the servicing can only be done when we are asleep. Your hormonal balance, your excretion process, your digestion process, cognitive process, neuroplasticity, all of the things are speed up, or they are accelerated, or they're done nicely when we are asleep. We cannot do majority of these things when our body cannot do a lot of these things when we are awake, and when we are just functioning, when we are stressed, when we are too focused at something and doing stuff. Okay, we have to sleep. When we sleep, the body does all of the maintenance, all of the repair work, all of the what we could say detoxification work very efficiently. Okay, so we need to sleep well. If you sleep well, your digestion would be good, your energy levels would be good, your hormonal balance would be good, your recovery would be good. Everything will be better if you sleep little more. This is very important point, because these days we are all sleep deprived, my friend. A lot of my clients can't even sleep for 5 to 6 hours. Unrestricted, undisturbed sleep for even 5 to 6 hours is difficult for a lot of my clients, because they're watching Netflix at night and they're watching it till 2 a.m. and then again they have to wake up at 7 a.m., attend the meeting at 8 a.m. Things have become tough. But prioritize your sleep, my friend. It is very, very important. It is hands down the first thing that you need to start doing if you are not doing it. Okay, then next one is digestion. Okay, digestion is also very, very important, my friend, because majority of the people who cannot eat more food are also struggling with digestion. Majority of the people who are struggling with acne and hair loss and a lot of these things, they are also struggling with digestion, but they don't even know about it. Okay, so work on your digestion. Eat a lot of fruits, eat in a lot of fibers, drink buttermilk, a lot of yogurt and things that will give you probiotics. Again, fibers go inside the body. Fibers are a type of carbohydrates that our body cannot digest. Okay, there are again two types: soluble, insoluble. Soluble just gets soluble, gets diluted or mixed with water. Insoluble cannot. Insoluble fiber again goes into our intestine, becomes food for the gut microbiome. The quantity and the quality of the gut microbiome increases. That helps us with digesting and absorbing food better. Again, there are fruits like papaya, there are fruits like pineapple. Both of these contains a proteolytic enzyme. Papaya contains papain, and pineapple contains a digestive enzyme called as bromelain. Okay, both of these are proteolytic enzymes that will help us to break down protein and stuff. So even if you think that I cannot eat a lot of eggs cause heat and things like that, eat these foods, get this digestive enzymes from the food itself. They will help you to digest protein, they will help you to break down the food, they will help you to absorb the food better, and everything will start feeling better. Okay, these are the simplest things, my friends. Okay, why are we not doing this? I don't even know about this, but these are very simple things and everyone knows about this, but still we are not doing it. That's the worst part. If we would have not known about these things, then it would have been a completely different story, but we know about this and we are still not doing it, is the worst part. Okay, work on your digestion as well. If your digestion is good, you will be having more energy throughout the day, because if your digestion is not good, my friend, no matter which superfood you eat, if your body is not able to digest it, all of the superfood is going to end up in the toilet the next day. You are not going to get anything from that superfood if you are not able to digest it. You are not what you eat, you are what you could digest. As simple as that, my friend. So focus on your digestion. Okay, and last but not the least point, my friend, is have a routine. Majority of the times what happens is we are just running here there, we are just too distracted, we don't have a routine. If we get something for breakfast, we have a breakfast, or else we don't. If we have something ready for lunch, we have the lunch, or if we don't, then we eat at odd times, then we sleep at odd times, then we skip our workouts, and then everything, the domino effect I talked about, was the entire domino effect goes in reverse. You miss a breakfast, then you feel very hungry before lunch, then you eat something snack or junk, and then you don't feel hungry for lunch, then you skip your lunch, then again you feel hungry before it is snack time, you eat something, everything just falls off. Then you don't feel energetic, you can't sleep well, you don't wake up recovered, you wake up feeling tired, lazy and lethargic, you miss your workouts, and everything just falls apart. So have a routine, my friend. You're gonna wake up at 8, wake up at 8. You're gonna visit a gym, go to the gym at 9, go to the gym at 9. If you're gonna have a breakfast, pre-plan stuff, my friend. Pre-planning is hands down the best strategy to get amazing results. Okay, pre-plan your stuff, use your weekends wisely, my friend. Weekends are not something where you should be finding escape from your life. It should be something that you should be investing to get the life that you want. Okay, I know this line is cheesy and everyone else also uses this, but this is very very true, my friend. We need to start using our weekends wisely, get the groceries, prepare the protein and stuff, and keep it in your fridge and things like that. Have the groceries in your food, in your freezer. Have the foods, the things that you are going to need throughout the week in the house. Once they are in the house, then it reduces the resistance for you to again go into the grocery mart, get the thing, get it at home, wash it, cook it, eat it, wash it again. Why to do that on the busy days when you could do that on the weekends? Okay, that's the part. Have a routine, and this is gonna simplify everything, my friend. You don't need a lot of discipline, you don't need a lot of hard work, you don't need a lot of motivation. If you pre-plan, if you have a routine, things would just flow. You would just go in the right path, making one good decision that would lead you to making second good decision, that would lead you to making third good decisions, and everything would just flow. Okay, that's it, my friend. These are the simplest strategies by which we could increase our food intake. Unknowingly or knowingly, we could add in some extra calories. Even if we don't feel like eating, we could add in strength training so that we don't put on just fat mass, but add in some muscle mass as well, add in strength as well, make our body look lean and toned by the end of the fat or the muscle gain or the weight gain phase. And having a routine, better digestion, sleep, and making the things easily accessible and visible would also help us in developing better habits, so that this does not become a struggle for you. You don't need a lot of motivation, discipline, and things to get through this. Okay, again, my friend, weight gain, muscle gain is not difficult if you do it right. But yes, it is difficult, and you would feel it is impossible if you don't do it right, if you don't have the right guidance, if you are doing the wrong stuff. That's what, my friend. Vinay here. As always, if you have any doubts, questions, queries, drop me on my Instagram. I am as fitness engineer underscore Vinay. I'll be happy to know your thoughts, know your suggestions about the podcast. And thank you so much for your love and support, my friends, because this is 11th episode of the Fitness Engineer podcast, and I'm as motivated, as inspired as ever to create more and more valuable podcasts for you. But if you like the podcast, please make sure you share it with your friends, you share it on your social media, share it with your family, so that I'll get inspired, I'll get motivated, and I'll put on more episodes more frequently that will help you. Okay, that will also make my day, my friend. Do it for me. That's it. Thank you and have a nice day.